Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to the first episode of 9 in 9. Welcome to Football Manager 2022. Welcome to West Bromwich Albion as we look to try and complete 9 promotions in 9 seasons. But I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to click that notification bell to know when a new video goes up on the channel. And also, don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. Let's show you West Brom, shall we? So here is how 9 in 9 is going to work. Our aim is to gain 9 promotions in 9 seasons and beat Neil Warnocks' record of 8 promotions by any means necessary. We don't have to stay in England to do it. That is a key point to this. We can go anywhere across Europe if there is a division below the top division. The other point to point out is that a director of football will be in charge of transfers. It saves messing with the Football Manager universe too much. Obviously, I like to buy players, as we all know. So I get 1 transfer target per window. To explain that, if we sign that player, then I lose it. If we don't, then I get it back, and then I'm allowed to pick somebody else. And I am allowed to take care of 2 loan signings per window. That is the only thing I am in charge of transfer-wise. The only issue we have so far is that West Brom do not have a director of football. So we will find out who that's going to be shortly. So taking a look at West Brom themselves, they were founded in 1878, supplying their trade in the Championship, of course, relegated from the Premier League last season. Home ground of the Hawthorns with a capacity of 26,688. I expect it to be rocking. The reason why we've chosen West Brom is we want to get a promotion under our belts straight away. We might start to pick more ambitious sides as we go. Obviously, it will not be me going down to the Championship, going back to the Premier League. That is not what I want to do. We just want to get promotions by any means necessary. So let's take a look at what the club vision is. And the club vision is relatively straightforward for West Brom. So sign players under the age of 23. Obviously the DOF will be in charge of that. Work within a wage budget. Again, he'll be in charge of that. Minimum 2 years contracts for first team players. He'll be in charge of that as well. Win promotion to the Championship. I like the board's ambition. Obviously, we should be a Premier League club. West Brom have the squad to do it. Reach the 4th round of the FA Cup. We can try and do that if we can. Reach the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. Obviously, cup competitions are not the main thing we're looking at, but we'll have a go and see what we can do. Financially, there is a little bit to work with. £2.5 million. We're currently spending just under the wage budget, about 10 grand under the wage budget. So it might be a case of players need to go out before players can come in. That's going to be the thing that Director of Football is going to have to take care of. Obviously, I can suggest players I want to leave the football club, or players obviously will request to leave over time. But the Director of Football is in charge of everything. As I said, it's just to try and keep me on a level playing field so I don't go too mad. I don't upset the squad cohesion too much when we move from club to club. It's just a case of trying to rein me in, really. And I have picked a familiar name as the potential new director of football, and that is going to be Steve McLaren. 60-year-old, obviously former England manager, former manager of QPR, Newcastle, Derby. Obviously was most recently at Derby until they had their problems financially and he was let go. So it's a bit of a no-brainer, really, to get him in as the director of football. Obviously, he knows the English game pretty well. He spent a bit of time in Holland as well, managing, obviously, that infamous press conference he gave in Dutch, which will live long in the memory of most people. So, yeah, Steve McLaren is my choice to be my director of football. I've yet to decide whether he will follow me around as we go. We'll see if clubs have got director of footballs anyway. If, when we move on to the next football club, he will follow me. And the squad itself is a very good squad. It needs a little bit of tinkering, only a little bit. And obviously, as I mentioned, the director of football will be in charge of that. So, shall we look at some of the key players? Let's do it. And we'll start with the man that's going to be charged with getting the goals to get West Brom back in the Premier League, and that is Callum Grant. Good physical attributes, good mental ones, good technical ones as well. Has had a very rough time of it at West Brom thus far. Obviously didn't score many goals in the Premier League, just the one. And he didn't do that great at Huddersfield prior to that. But he has a capability at Championship level. I'm really hoping that we can find a formation that suits him down to the ground, and hopefully he can fire the goals to take us to the Premier League. He will not be alone in this though. Callum Robinson is here as well. 26-year-old Irish international. Again, good physical attributes, good mental ones, good technical ones as well. Will play out on that left-hand side. He does have a goal-scoring pedigree, albeit a small one, but again, in the formation that hopefully we're going to play, he will find the back of the net plenty of times for us. Moving further back to Alex Mowat. He has joined the club from Barnsley this summer. Really excited to see what Alex Mowat can do. Has got a wand of a left foot on him. Good physical attributes, stamina, natural fitness standing out, teamwork, work rate. He will be the workhorse in the middle of the park, and he's a good addition to this West Brom side. He knows the Championship very, very well, and hopefully he will get play in the Premier League at the end of it. Moving towards the defensive side of the game now, and we take a look at Darnell Furlong. A good prospect for West Brom. There will be some eyes on him, I should imagine, from the Premier League. Again, good physical attributes, good mental ones, good technical ones as well. That's a good thing about this squad. It's got bags of talent. It should get promoted to the Premier League at the first time of asking. 9 in 9 will end pretty quickly if it doesn't. But he is a good right back, a solid right back. We are very much blessed with great talent in this squad. And this is just another one to add to that list. And probably our star man in the side is Grady Diangana, 23-year-old, under-21 international. 3.5-star player. Again, the physical, mental and technical attributes are very, very good. Hopefully, he is going to be the ace in the hole to fire us back to the Premier League. Fingers crossed, at least. Formation-wise, and I suspect that most Football Manager players are going to be trying this out to start with at least. 5 at the back. Has to be 5 at the back. Obviously, with the new role added in this year for the wide centre-back. So it had to be done, right? Had to be done. Obviously, with the 2 wingers as well, it's a very expansive formation. Has to be said. It is very, very open, and it's going to be very attacking, and that's what I like to play. I like to play attacking football. Let's get some goals in the back of the net. I don't care how many we concede, really, as long as we win games at the end of it. So the football at the Hawthorns should be exciting at least. Obviously, the big new thing for Football Manager 2022 is the Data Hub. We will take a look at this in more detail as we go along in the series. Obviously, with me not being in charge of the transfers, I will be allowed to take training and things like that, which I don't normally do, but we'll have a go at organising some training sessions for the players. And obviously, with me being able to take a look at the training, I will be tinkering with it slightly. I've left it alone for the time being because it's pre-season. It's all about fitness in pre-season. When we start to get in to the nuts and bolts of the season, we can add in rest days and things like that to try and keep the squad fresh. But it'll be the first time I've really tinkered with the training tactics while I've played Football Manager, so it'll be interesting to see how I get on. Now we need to take a look at the season preview for the Championship. We are 4th favourites to be promoted. It's very, very tight, this promotion race. It's a very competitive league, as it always is the Championship. So Bournemouth are the favourites at 11 to 10, Fulham at 2 to 1, Sheffield United 11 to 5, there's us at 5 to 1, Nottingham Forest and Reading at 10, Swansea at 13, Cardiff, Middlesbrough and QPR at 14 to 1, Blackburn at 16 to 1, Millwall at 18 to 1, Preston at 20 to 1, loads of sides at 33 to 1. And then you get down to Blackpool, Bristol City, Peterborough and Derby, obviously with their 12-point deduction at 400 to 1. So they are the rank outsiders for promotion. But it's going to be a very wide open race, this one. And I'm looking forward getting started. So here are the fixtures we have for our championship season, and what a start to the championship season we have. We are away to Bournemouth on the opening night of the season. That'll be the first game you will see from this series. I'm hoping to do about 15-16 episodes a season. That is the aim of the game at the moment. Obviously, if things start to get a bit tetchy later in the season, we might have to extend it to sort of 18-19 games. I'm trying to make it sort of as compact as we can. First month of the season, so Luton at home, Sheffield United at home, Blackburn away, Peterborough away. So we have a decent start, although two of the promotion contenders right off the bat early season. September looks all right. October looks all right, to be fair. Fulham at the end of that. November looks fine. Then we get into the Christmas period and the Christmas programme. Derby away on Boxing Day. How do we end the season? We end the season at home to Barnsley. And hopefully, by that point, we'll be promoted back to the Premier League, and 9 in 9 will have started how it's intended. And our journey for 9 in 9 starts now. Hopefully, with the director of football sorted out, he will take control of the transfers to leave me to do every other little bit that we need to take care of. Obviously, I'm going to have a look at a couple of loan signings because that's what I'm allowed to do in how it works, as we saw earlier on. So we'll take a look at what Steve McLaren has done next time around. If he comes in, of course, that is a thing left to be talked about. But hopefully, fingers crossed, he will become our director of football. And we will see what happens from there. So, next time around, it is Bournemouth on the opening night of the championship season. What a start that is going to be. Hopefully, you will join me for that next time. If you have enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel but like to do so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. Don't forget, if you've got any comments to make on today's video, please leave them below. I will see you next time for that first game of the season with Bournemouth. Until then, thanks for watching. Goodbye.